Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. It's Community Day, and as I said yesterday, we're probably gonna skip that. I didn't want to watch Living Off the Land. Oh my god, what is happening to my buttons? I wanted to check our fortune. Spirits are annoyed, and that's okay, because I don't think we're going to be doing anything that involves any amount of luck. We're looking at a nice day of building our Junimo fence. And while we do that, I started watching the Fallout show yesterday, so I'm going to talk about that. Now, no spoilers. Well, no spoilers past the first episode, I'll say. And as with most things, if you know the source material, if you're familiar with Fallout, you can kind of assume what's going to happen in the first step. But I will try and be as spoiler-free as possible. Hello, Detective Honk. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and clear some spots here, and we're going to get into it. Going to do just the very, very bare minimum basics here. We'll do more of that stuff towards the end of the night. And bare minimum includes making sure that we feed our one barn that is not fully upgraded, because they don't get automatically fed. Who'da thunk? Now we gotta milk old cheese here, which, you know, he's a little devilish, and I kind of love it. So anyway, yes, the Fallout show. If you are not familiar, well, I don't know. I feel like there's probably not too many people that are not familiar with Fallout as a series. It is. Oh, first off, actually, before we do anything, I gotta do a little counting here. 1, 2, whoops, nope, yes, milk the god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what we're building here is 10 high. And if we put this in the center, which, do we have to go to Resmodius to move this thing? I think we do. Okay. How are we going to do this? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to Rasmodius and have him move this before we get started. I think that's going to be the best bet. Okay, so as I was saying, if you're not familiar with Fallout as a series, it is, well, it's video games. It was originally sort of a, not quite top-down, but sort of isometric PC game. And you play as a vault dweller 200-ish years after all the nukes have dropped and the surface world is all but destroyed, right? And you know, I'm saying this, and I've already forgotten. Do we go? I think we go here. Yes, manage our buildings. I'd like to move one. So, in it, there are, you know, mutated humans and ghouls and, you know, crazy mutated animals and raiders. It's sort of Mad Max meets a 50s aesthetic with a hefty amount of comedy thrown in. Very tongue-in-cheek. I don't know, just very dry, but wonderful, wonderful game series. Recently, well, I say recently, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, so not recently at all, was acquired by Bethesda, and we won't even get into my hatred of Bethesda as a studio. But, hold on, gotta do more counting. So 6 across. Okay, so that, which would mean here. But the show aims to sort of, it seems like it's its own standalone thing. I've only done only watched the first episode, so that's 6. But we're looking at, what do I actually need here? I need 6, 7, so 8. 8 total. One more on each side. There we go. It seems like it's a complete standalone story, but again, I've only watched the first episode. But I was really worried because, again, Bethesda has had its greedy little mitts in Fallout, and I feel, again, I'll probably, you know, hot take here, but I feel like every Fallout has gotten worse since Bethesda has started touching it. Well, New Vegas notwithstanding. If you know, you know. But I was really worried because of that. And quite honestly, I mean, what are you going to do, especially when it's an Amazon thing and it's made, in part at least, by Bethesda? It's gonna feel a certain way, right? And it does feel that certain way. It has that that vague sheen of all Amazon properties where it's it just doesn't look quite Hollywood level with its effects. You know, everything, although it looks really good, is like a really well-made student film. You know, it's like a really shitty Hollywood film or a really well-made student film, one or the other, right? So, that being said, I really enjoyed it. It is sufficiently funny, but not overly funny. It's not a full-blown comedy. It's quite serious. Decent amount of gore. A lot of adult humor, more than I expected. I don't think that will continue past the first episode, you know, but we'll see. And really, really good. I will say, I wondered how kid-friendly they were going to make it, how family-friendly they were going to make it, because I wouldn't say Fallout is a like an overly adult or you know, raunchy series in any way, but it's you know, it's always been very graphically violent, and that's something that I you know, I had wondered. Again, I've mentioned my kid is quite young, so I didn't think I'd be able to watch it with him, and I am glad that I watched the first episode. Obviously, I mean, that's, I think, just generally a good practice. But I watched the first episode before deciding if it'd be okay for him to watch. And it definitely was not. If he was a couple years older, we'd maybe talk about that. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too in detail, other than I would say if you are at all a Fallout fan, yeah, check it out. And I would also say that I specifically heard one person mention, like, ugh, I don't want to watch something more with zombies. I'm zombied out. Well, it I guess technically does have zombies. They're called ghouls. It's different. It is, don't be turned off by the idea that it's, oh, another post-apocalyptic blah, 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 blah. Because in some ways, Fallout sort of is the archetype. You know, I mean, there were post-apocalyptic style things before Fallout. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that I think a lot of modern post-apocalyptic content is probably takes a decent amount of influence from Fallout in some way. It's a very iconic visual, everything from the game. So I don't know, really worth checking out. I'm gonna talk about it more, but I'm not very far, but B, I don't want to get into spoiler territory or anything like that until people have been given more time to watch it. Yes, Jeff, I agree. So, whoops. There we go. So I'm thinking that I'll probably watch this over the next week or so. So I would say not this coming Monday, like not the next video, but the Monday after that. I might get into it a little more because, like I said, I do think that by then I'll have it finished and ready to go. So I'm going with a much smaller field this year, obviously. Back to the world of non-Fallout here, back to the world of Stardew. I'm going with a much smaller field this year, and that's intentional. We had all that area inside of our cow last time, and we really didn't use it because there just wasn't a reason to, you know what I mean? So I think in this term we're gonna do the same. We're not gonna have oh damn. Oh, it's ready. Okay, cool. There we go. So that's our little Junimo's eyes. And let's see. There's his little mouth. But this is good. We can pick most of these things. The only thing we'll have left are these melons. But yeah, we're going to go with a smaller crop. And I think that's fine because we don't... I don't know. We don't focus so much on it. I think I'd rather buckle down and make sure that everything we have is something useful. Rather than making sure that everything... we have, you know, a large field that we're not even fully using, right? I think I'm going to put a base one right there. I think that'll work. Let's see. See, for here, that'll work better to put it like this. Oh, kind of hide it behind there? I like that. Whoops. Well, that works. This is his armpit. We enter through the Junimo's armpit. I kind of love it. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty great. We have a million different types of sprinklers here, so let's just take what we've got and use them. And this is what I was saying. Put that there. There. It's not like the most efficient, I'm sure, but I think it does the trick. Yeah, because this isn't going to fill out great. No, that's just sort of part of the way it's laid out, I guess. It just is what it is. Okay, we'll go something like that. So, I don't know, he's sort of a Hellraiser Junimo at this point, but yeah, there we go. And I'm going to throw down just like a single flower. Actually, you know what I'll do? Oh, okay, so Junimos have like little cheek things that come down like that. Technically, it would go to where the sprinkler is. So I'm not going to do that, but underneath its eyes, just like that, we'll put in some flowers. Yeah, see if we can find some kind of like pink flower or something for its little blushies. I think that'll be a good plan. So what have we over here? What's going on? Rain on the island. So I didn't turn any of this stuff off. Let's look at some of that. Okay, so we pretty much put it back to the way we had it before. Pretty minimal, but we did make sure that it still shows villagers on the map. And I was really against that before. But you know what? We're going to go with it. Oh, do you see that? Look. It shows apples way the hell down here. That is very interesting. But I'm going to keep it as is. You know, it's kind of built in here on Ridgeside. Oh my. That's messed up. But yeah, it's sort of built in on Ridgeside. So we'll leave it as is. And see if we don't hate it. I don't know. I'm trying to be less you know, uptight about it, less picky. See if we can't I don't know, learn to enjoy it. But I'm going to go ahead and get our artisanal goods going. And then... Oops. We'll probably head to bed. This was a... damn it. This was an effective day. You know what I mean? We didn't... Not a lot of fun in games. In fact, none. Just a little bit of Fallout and Junimo building. Okay, I think we're going to call that a night. It is midnight. We didn't get to the old pickle palace, but you know what? That's okay. Just gives us something to do tomorrow, right? Oh, and you know what? I don't think it counts at this point. But I forgot to water the animals. I got so sucked into Junimos and... Oh, well, you know what? Looks like I watered Poke. And not to be that way, but honestly, she is the more important one to go after. Just given the fact that... Whoops. Well, whatever. Just given the fact that she is going to be the one whose happiness dictates when we can get our next animal. So, all good. Looks like it's Leah's birthday tomorrow. I don't see any reason why we can't make that happen. We'll definitely try and go down to see her. I don't think we're full hearts with Leah. We're fairly close, if not, though. So we'll definitely have to make a point to pop down there. That should be nice and easy to do. Sorry today was a bit of a short one and a bit rambly. I've got so many things going on in real life here. I'm recording this the day before, and I'm looking into a new job, possible college classes, and fixing a car or buying a new one. Just so much going on. So I apologize for that, but I appreciate you hanging out. I will talk to you Monday. We're taking tomorrow off, as we always do. We'll be over on Twitch playing some co-op. If you're interested, you can join the Discord. Both of those links are down in the description. Should really start doing it at the beginning. I say this every day, but whatever. Either way, be good to each other. I will talk to you on Monday, maybe tomorrow. Good night.